Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Stanley with Standley Handcrafted, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I package my candles so that they survive shipping, even if they're thrown around. Now, a lot of people in the group have been posting pictures of candles showing up broken, melted of course, so we'll do that in another video. But for today, I'm going to take one of these jars. This is a candle I've already burned. We're going to go ahead and package this one up. I'm going to show you exactly what I do in just a single 6x6x6 box. Pack it so that it can withstand pretty much any of the dangers that are out there as far as getting tossed around, packages landing on top of it. We're going to do our best to package this, and then at the end of it, I'm going to take the box and kind of toss it around a little bit. Basically, I'm going to toss it up in the air and have it come down, kind of like the old egg test back in high school where you drop an egg from a height inside of a box and you try to protect it. We're basically going to do that with this jar so that I can show you exactly how to keep your candles safe during shipping, or as safe as possible during shipping. Now, of course, this doesn't guarantee that all candles are going to show up perfect. Anything can still happen, but this is definitely the way I go about kind of ensuring that your candle is basically as safe as possible, so it's not going to get broken during shipping. I've mentioned it in videos past, and I'm going to mention it again. Every time I get any type of packaging or materials or anything like that, I save everything. The packing peanuts, the foam, bubble wrap, the packaging paper, I save absolutely everything. So whether you're going from just basic bubble wrap to thicker bubble wrap, packing peanuts, of course, anytime you order from a place like Candle Science, they pack their boxes full of this stuff. So I have boxes full of this stuff. So much, in fact, that I end up throwing some of it away because I have so much. So you'll never run out of this stuff. And then, of course, going with packaging paper like this, a lot of companies will use this. I save this for everything. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right over. I'm gonna use just a basic 6x6x6 box, sending an 8-ounce jelly jar. Now you will notice there's not any wax in this one, so this is actually, if this test works, we're throwing this thing around, that's actually gonna be better, just because there's nothing inside the jar to actually keep it and hold it. So this is actually a little bit more fragile, not having anything in there. I don't think anything's gonna happen to it, but we'll test it and we'll see in the video. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and tape this one up. This is just a basic 6x6 box I get from Walmart. You can pick these up pretty much anywhere. Home Depot has them also. Then I'm going to grab just a basic, I think this is a 12x12 sheet of bubble wrap. Again, get this from Walmart. You can pick it up at Office Depot. You don't really need a ton on this one. I'm just going to layer it once. And then we're going to start out by putting kind of a layer of packing peanuts across the bottom so that it has something to sit on. I'm going to put that right in the center there, and then I'm going to fill the rest of it with packing peanuts all around. And I usually pack these so that you kind of have to stuff it in there when you close the box. Okay, so that thing is solid. You can shake it around. You can't feel the candle moving around in that box whatsoever. Let's go take this outside and throw it around. All right, so I've got this thing outside. We're just gonna go ahead and toss this thing around just to see what it does. And yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so here it is right here. Pretty much All right, and and we'll toss this thing up in the air just a little bit. All right, that should be good. All right. We're gonna go ahead and cut this thing open. All right, and the real test with this one, I think this is going to be just fine. What I want to do, I mean, you can see that right there. Absolutely nothing happened to that. But I want to get 2 candles in there, and we'll do another test with 2 of them. So they're actually bouncing against each other. Okay, so here we are for video 2. I'm going to go ahead and do these 2 jars right here, 9-ounce straight, 8-ounce jelly jar. I sell a lot of these in duals, and I package them in this same box. So I've got the exact same box, first layer of packing peanuts. And like I said before, I'm not going to go crazy with these. I package them the same way, even if I have 2 of them in there. So have one, I'm going to put that one off to the side or in a corner. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And then I'm basically just going to put those corner to corner. And then I'm going to fill it with packing peanuts again. Except for this time, I'm going to put a little bit of a buffer in between the 2 of these so that they're not banging against each other during shipping. For something like this, every once in a while, I'll get this packaging paper. Definitely a good one. And then again with this one, I'm going to put it around the corner also, just so that it doesn't hit up against the side of the box. So try to protect them as well as possible. Keep them as much in the center as possible. Same on this one. Try to pack the packing peanuts around the outside of it in the corners so that it's not hitting up against the side of the box. And normally I wouldn't take as much time to package these as tight, or not as tight, but as far away from the corner as possible because they do really well. But since I'm taking this outside and I'm going to kick it and throw it around, we'll give it a little bit more padding. And again, overstuff it so that you're really packing it tight. And then we're going to go ahead and tape this up. And again, I mean, nothing is moving around in there. Try to make it as tight as possible. Now let's take it outside and throw it around again. All right, so here we go. All right, so as you can see, that did not work well at all. I'm going to go ahead and do this again with 2 candles that are full. I think part of the problem with this one is this one was half full, so there was really nothing kind of helping protect the glass. Inside there's no wax or anything like that, so I'm going to go ahead and repackage this, and we're going to try it again with 2 full candles. All right, so here we go, round 3. I'm hoping this one is a little bit better. 2 9-ounce straight candles, they're completely full. Starting to, oh. All right, so round 2, that's also shattered. We're gonna go back to the drawing board on this one, and we'll do a follow-up video with 2. All right, so we're done with that one. You can obviously see that not every test is a good test or a successful test, but the single candle held up perfect. And that's basically what I wanted to get across in this video, is packaging a candle like that. You saw the abuse I put on the first one. It handled it just fine. The second box and the third packaging definitely didn't handle it. I've shipped 2 candles in that size box 100 times and I've never had a single one break. Obviously UPS, FedEx, or whatever isn't kicking around my boxes like a soccer ball, so you really don't have anything to worry about. I would like to do that test one more time. I know I can get that one to where it'll take the abuse. I just need to package it probably a little bit better, and I think it would handle it just fine. I'm thinking with a thicker bubble wrap like this wrapped around 2 different candles, so it's kind of like a figure 8 inside of the box, I think it would handle it just fine. So I'm going to do another video where I put together 2 and 3 candles and toss them around a little bit. I definitely want to do the same kind of throw, kick, and drop test that I just did on this one with the 2 candles. Just to show that it can be done. But the main point of the video is just to show you that if you're packaging your candles really well, nice and tight, keeping all your packaging material that you get from supplies and everything like that, wrapping them up in bubble wrap, really packing them in the box with the foam peanuts or anything like that so that it doesn't move around, it has adequate space all around it, you're gonna be just fine with shipping. When you get into trouble with shipping is when you start, when you can feel the candles moving around the box a little bit. If there's any kind of space for that thing to move around when it's thrown around in the truck, which it will be thrown around in the truck, or at a sorting facility or anything like that, that's when you're gonna run into troubles. So definitely take the time, package them nice and tight. I think with the 2 candles, if that was a little bit bigger box, like an 8x8x8, I think it would be just fine, or a 6x8x5, something like that, something that has a little bit more space so that we can package those. I think they would be just fine. So I'm gonna do this test again with the exact same box, and then I'll do one with a little bit bigger box so that it can accommodate different size candles as well. So I hope that video was informative as well as funny. Those last 2 didn't hold up at all, which I kind of figured, I was hoping they would. It was definitely a little bit worried because I was throwing it pretty hard, and I definitely kicked it pretty hard too. But if you'd like to see anything in the next video, because like I said, I'm going to do a follow-up to this one with the 2 candles and throw it around again. If you have any suggestions or something you'd want to see, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to add it to the next video. And of course, you can follow me on any of the social media platforms that I have listed in the video description down below. Instagram, Facebook, my website, the email address. If you want to reach out, please shoot me a message, send me a follow. And of course, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.